mateys, welcome back to Tilted Table.
We're sorry about this guy. Apologies.
We're glad to have you here joining our crew. Me name be Jordan, aka Axel Hellfire.
I'm Ian, aka Icarus.
I'm Sam, aka DJ Fuck,
Yeah,
aka Horses Not On Demand.
I'm also really realizing now that we have three people, I don't have a mic.
It's okay, you're loud.
Great. Hope everyone can hear me. Alright, so, we're playing a pirate-themed game tonight, which I'm super excited about. This is a game that Steve was also super excited about, but sadly he could not join us this evening. So we are going to show you all this awesome game. I must keep the accent the entire stream. I've done it. Don't dare me. So first of all, I do want to read sort of the theme because they have a cool little theme thing here, and kind of let you know what this game is all about. So the year is 1667, and you're a pirate sailing the waters of the Caribbean. A Spanish galleon floats nearby, and you've talked to your crewmates into working together to steal all of its treasure. What you haven't told your fellow pirates is that you have no intention to share the treasure once you have it. So, basically, this game, Tortuga 1667, is a game all about being a pirate, and you're trying to rip off a Spanish galleon for treasure as a team, but you're not all on the same side of sorts. There are different hidden alignments, basically, and the ultimate winning team is the team that has the most treasure at the end. So you're stealing treasure from the galleon, but you're also moving around the treasure you've already got and trying to make sure that you end up with the most. So,
I believe the card says booty.
yes,
Booty.
the most booty. It says treasure on here.
Oh, not thematic.
So there's a couple things, couple cool things that they did with this game. It is a 2 to 9 player game, and they actually have a little graph on their card that says what are the skills that you need to win based on the number of players, as in like what skills become more important. So going from the lowest number of players to the highest number of players, here are the skills that are most important at one end towards the other end. Positioning, risk calculation, card management, persuasion, deception, and teamwork. So the more players there are, the more important it is that you deceive people who are not on your team and figure out who your teammates are and work with them, right?
Got it.
With a 3-player game, there's only going to be one person of each alignment because in odd number player games, there is actually a third alignment that gets introduced, which we'll get to in a moment. But we still won't know what alignment each person is. We'll only know that we are a team, and we won't know who the other team is or whatever. So, there are 3 teams, and they are aligned around the nationality of the different pirates. You have the French, the British, those are the main 2 teams, and then my personal favorite, the team that always goes to a single odd out player, is the Dutch. So in any number of players, 3, 5, 7, or 9, you will have 2 teams of equal amounts, which would be the British and French, and then 1 player who is the Dutch that has a slightly different win condition. And they're basically there to just A, make sure that no team has a huge advantage, and B, make sure that if one team gets a huge advantage, there's sort of an extra player as a balancing factor. So the Dutch basically doesn't want either of the other teams to win, which we'll get back to. So there's a couple things to note here. On the board, which is this really nice little like neoprene
Ooh,
mat.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's nice. This was Kickstarted, and it was a really nice Kickstarter. It has
The
a
fourth
really
secret
cool
team
box,
is-
which is a book.
The 4th secret team is the fascists.
Yes, 4 secret team is always the fascist. So it is literally like a book-shaped box, complete with like curve in for the pages, and then it has a magnetic lid that opens up to have all the stuff inside, which I think is amazing.
Another great thing to pretend like you're reading when you're really not.
Yes, yes. So let's talk about the board first. You have 5 ships of different sorts. There are 2 pirate ships, the Flying Dutchman and the Jolly Roger. There's the Spanish galleon, which has all the treasure we're trying to steal. And then there are 2 rowboats, which are basically movement spaces for moving back and forth between the pirate ships and the island of Tortuga, which is the other important location. On each ship, there are a couple things to note of importance. One is there are these, there are dots down the center, which are basically spots that we're going to put players in as they enter the ship. The first player on the ship becomes the captain of that ship. When they leave the ship, whoever was the first mate becomes the captain, and everybody kind of moves up.
Oh, okay.
And there's different abilities that you get access to depending on where you are on the ships and stuff like that. Tortuga has the same thing, has a first spot and then all the way down to 9, and the first player in Tortuga is called the Governor of Tortuga, which we'll get back to. Each pirate ship has 2 holds in it, one for British booty and one for French booty. And then Tortuga itself also has like 2 areas for treasure. And then the Spanish galleon just starts with a bunch of treasure on it, and we will eventually steal it off into the holds, and then they'll basically get moved around between the holds of the different ships for the rest of the game. There is room in that book to hide your rum if it is an airplane-sized travel bottle. Yes.
We'll put a flask in there.
Yeah. Alright, so other things to note. Many of the actions in the game call for votes. And when there's a vote, everybody puts out a vote card.
Mutiny!
And the vote cards have different things on them, which is
Oh, mutiny is a thing on it.
attack, brawl, mutiny, right? Which are the 3 different types of votes. Each card has different symbols on them, which mean different things, and we'll get back to that. But basically, depending on what type of vote you're taking, you look at the symbol that corresponds to that type of vote, and then you do that. The other type of card that is important is these cards that are laid out in front of us, which are event cards. They cause stuff to happen when they get revealed. We have no idea what they are. But there are ways to find out what they are. Generally, they are potentially good for one team or potentially bad for another team, and so on and so forth. So the book stresses that it's usually not advantageous to reveal them at random because it may disadvantage your own team if you don't know what it is. That said, this is a deception game, so you may reveal them at random anyways, just because you're you. Sweetie, sweetie, I'm coming for that booty. I love it, Double Hawk. I think that's it. I actually don't know what this little thing
Looks
is.
like fire.
At all, but it's awesome, so I'm just going to put it up there. I didn't find anything in the book that talked about that. So, that's great. Probably has to do with like an event card or something.
Yeah, maybe there's like a fire on the ship.
So, first of all, everyone has picked a player color.
Ooh.
And there's even a picture of who you are on the back. So I am Bertrand d'Ogren. I'm very suave and kind of Captain Jack Sparrow-y.
I'm Johnson the Terror. I'm not gonna take any of your shit.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah. I hope you're on my team. Oh wait.
I'm Lawrence Prince, which he's kind of a ladies' man, I guess. That's what I'd have to guess. Let's go chest tattoo.
Oh, so you're basically Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, I'm Orlando Bloom.
I'm
You're Captain Jack.
I don't know what
I'm
I
Johnny
am.
Depp. You're somebody who died early.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so let's talk about how turns take place. So on your turn, you can perform any number of actions which are listed on our little handy dandy player aid reference cards. If you want to see what we're seeing, it's below us here. The left-hand image is actually the player aid, and the right-hand image is the actions. I may have done them wrong. Either way, there are two images. One of them kind of tells you how the cards work and what cards are out there and what you can do on your turn, and the other one tells you what actions you can do. If you want to get... You spent so much... Mr. Draco, I'm glad that you found awesome games. Now remember...
Hey, I'd like to point out, last week we didn't do that to you. Because the game was great, but you can't buy it.
It's true. It's true. Also, remember, if you like buying games online, you can usually buy them through our Amazon affiliate link. Shameless plug. Which I totally didn't make this week because I've been crazy busy. But, yes, that's a thing. But either way, we also support people who support their friendly local game store. So do whatever you like to do for acquiring games. Not everybody has a good local game store, so there's always Amazon. Or, I guess there's other people that sell board games, but they're not important. Alright, so, as I said, the objective is to basically have the most treasure for your team at the end of the game. The game ends when we reveal the Spanish Armada card, which is the bottom of the deck. It will be one of the last 5 events revealed, and that's because there are always 5 events face down here. When we reveal one of these cards, we will always put a new one from the deck in its place. So the Spanish Armada card will end up as one of the last 5, and then we will shuffle them up again and place them out randomly, so we won't know where it is.
Know which one it is.
Right. So it'll be one of the last 5 events. At that point, whoever has the most treasure wins. Miniature Market does have great prices. I do shop there.
I shop at Cool Stuff.
Cool Stuff, also really good. I think I use Miniature Market more because they give you reward points where you can get free stuff and discounts.
I have like a 5% discount on Cool Stuff.
Cool Stuff does like the reward tiers, so it's a little different. All right, so let's talk about what you can do on your turn. So on your turn, you get 1 action, and those actions are you can either view 2 of the event cards, so you can look at them, put them back, or you can reveal 1 event card and trigger it by flipping it face up, or you can point to 2 event cards and force any other player to choose 1 to reveal. So maybe you know that there's some 2 bad event cards out there, and you make someone else reveal them because it hurts them and doesn't hurt you. The third thing that you can do is move to or from a rowboat. So if you're on a ship, you can leave the ship to go onto a rowboat. You can move from the rowboat to the island, island to rowboat, rowboat to ship, right? So as an action, you can make one of those moves. Then the next set of actions are based on what roles you may have at the time. If you are in the captain's position on a ship, you can either call for an attack, which I'll get back to, or you can maroon a crewmate to Tortuga. If I remember correctly, marooning a crewmate to Tortuga just basically means anybody on your ship can be marooned on Tortuga. If you are the first mate on the ship, you can call for a mutiny, which is another vote to depose your captain. If you are the last player in line on a ship, no matter what position you're in, that could mean you could be the captain and be the only player in a ship, which means you're also last in line. Then you're the cabin boy, and the cabin boy has the action of moving 1 treasure on their ship from one hull to the other. So you can basically move them back and forth between the hulls. And then if you're the governor of Tortuga, you can call for the last type of vote, which is a brawl. So let's talk about each of these. An attack is attacking the Spanish galleon, and only the players who are on the attacking captain's ship can participate in the vote. So if you're not on the ship, you don't get to place a vote card. Everyone will reveal them face down. We will also reveal an extra one from the vote deck, and we'll shuffle them all up and reveal them all at once. And the way that works is there are 3 different types of symbols that you can have for attacks. There are cannons, torches, and buckets of water. In order to have a successful attack, you need at least 1 cannon and at least 1 more torch than the number of buckets of water. Basically, you're saying, we had enough fire to light the cannon because the other torches all got put out by the buckets of water, and that allows you to do a successful attack. When you have a successful attack, then the captain takes one treasure from the Spanish galleon and puts it in either of the holds on their ship. Does that make sense? If the Spanish galleon is out of treasure, then a successful attack goes against the other pirate ship, and you can steal treasure from either hold of the opposite pirate ship and put it in your hold in either one. So that's a way that treasure can get moved between the ships. And you can do that even if the other ship is completely unstaffed. There's no limit to the amount of treasure you can store in the holds at all. Alright, so mutiny. If you have mutiny, all the players on the ship, except for the captain, participate in that vote. For mutiny, there are two symbols. There's a skull and a helm, a wheel. And it's if the majority have a skull, then the captain on the ship is moved to the topmost open space in Tortuga. They get marooned on Tortuga. If there's a tie or if helm has the majority, then nothing happens. Again, as with all votes, you deal one random card from the deck. So if there may only be two people on here, which means the captain can't vote, it's still not a sure thing as the first mate that you'll win the mutiny because you don't know what the random card is going to be. Brawl. If you call for a brawl, again, only players on Tortuga can participate in the vote for a brawl. And there are either British flags or French flags. And if the majority of the revealed cards are British flags, then both of the treasures on Tortuga go into the British side of Tortuga. If the majority are French, they both go on the French side, and if it's a tie, then you split them. So this is basically, there's only ever going to be two treasure here, but it's kind of a way to try and swing it a little bit in your team's favor while you're marooned. I think that's pretty much it. Hey, Crickhan, thank you for the host. We appreciate it. So yeah, that's it. All we need to do to get started is randomize who gets to be the first two captains. If I remember correctly, the first captain goes on, I'm guessing, the Jolly Roger.
Do we need to know what team we're on?
First captain would be Flying Dutchman. You do need to know what team you're on. Thank you. I mean, yeah, that should happen before we do anything else. All right, so I'm going to deal out these three loyalty cards. There's one French, one British, one Dutch. To recap for everyone, if you are Dutch, I don't even think I said this. If you are Dutch, you win by having the two teams tie at the end.
Ooh.
So the French wants to beat the British wants to beat the French, the Dutch wants neither of them to win. So that's why the Dutch player is basically a balancing factor where they're always trying to rebalance if somebody gets ahead so that there can't be like a runaway leader problem. Alright, so the next thing that happens is the first token that we draw out of this bag is going to be the captain of the Flying Dutchman.
Woohoo.
The second token will be the captain of the Jolly Roger, and then the third token, since there's only three, will just be the first mate of the Flying Dutchman, and then the captain of the Jolly Roger goes first, I believe, and then we proceed clockwise. I will double check that, but yes, captain of the Jolly Roger goes first, and we proceed clockwise. So the captain of the Flying Dutchman is Sam.
Woo!
Captain of the Jolly Roger is Ian, and I am the first mate. So, what happens, in this case there were only three of us, so it didn't really matter, but as you draw them, no, it's fine, after we've drawn them. So, now that we've drawn them, each of the captains gets one treasure to start, and they can put it in either hold on their ship. So, Sam, as the first drawn captain, which hold would you like yours to start in? It does not have to be your own hold.
I'll put it in the British hold.
Okay.
England forever.
You're gonna put
Or
it in
something
the
like
hold.
that.
Alright. Okay. So now we start with Ian, who can choose one action either any of the actions listed under all players, or the captain's actions, or the cabin boy, since you are both the captain and the cabin boy.
I am going to view 2 event cards.
Okay, great. I think the event cards often affect certain other players. So it might say any player or it might say another player. So when you reveal it, you will get to choose what happens to it. And that's why one of the things you can do is make someone else reveal a card, because especially in a team game where there's other people on your team, if you figure that out, you might have them reveal an event so they can give you a benefit, right? Alright, so your action was to view 2 event cards. Sam, what are you going to do?
Gonna do the same thing. Gonna view some event cards.
And just make sure you put them, now that you've seen them, make sure they go back in the same order, so that if other people look at them, they're seeing the same ones. Minimal use of props. Thanks, Furiona. I actually brought the bandana today because this is what I wear when I stream Sea of Thieves. So I was prepared with a prop already.
I haven't actually played it yet.
You should. It's
I
awesome.
tried to get it on the beta.
Yeah, it's
and
it's
just
really,
too late.
really awesome. It didn't have as much content as we were hoping at release, but they're doing a huge patch this month, and they have 5 more patches scheduled for 2018 for like new content. So I'm pretty optimistic still because it's an amazing game just to play. All right, I'm looking at these 2 here, so keeping them in the same order.
Do you want to shift this camera or move things down?
Oh yeah, totally do that.
Yeehaw.
Hey, Happy Jacks RPG, thank you for the host. Ta-da.
There we go.
Okay, Alright, Ian.
It's nobody on my ship.
It's true. You could just attack. Get some free treasure.
True.
Or maybe not attack. Because your random might not decide not to go with you.
Yeah. Actually, I'll call for an attack.
Alright.
On the guy.
So, in order to attack, pick one of your vote cards, taking care to look at the attack
Yeah.
symbols, and then deal 1 random vote card.
What do you need for attack again?
You need a cannon and a torch, basically, since there's only 2 cards. If either of those are water, or if it's not one of each, he's in trouble.
I got 2 torches.
Not good. Not good.
No bueno.
2 torches. So you basically lit your ship on fire, is
Really?
what you're saying. You were scrambling around trying to light the cannons, and you forgot to load them, is more or less what happened.
That'll happen.
Alright, so these just get discarded, and then you can draw a card to replace the one that you played, and then it becomes Sam's turn. And that's basically it. We just keep doing these actions until we reach the end game.
Alright, I'm down for attacking.
Okay? Keep in mind that, for those of you watching at home, that the captain gets to choose where the treasure goes in the case of a win. Alright. Here it comes. The moment of truth. A torch. 2 buckets of water.
Damn it,
And
Jordan.
a cannon.
Rip.
We got wrecked.
So if it was just 1 bucket, would be okay?
No. If the
Any water is
buckets
bad.
would have screwed us because if it had been like 1 bucket and 2 torches, then we would have been okay. But in this case, there were all the torches got
Gotcha.
water on them, so it.
So it needs to either have 1 torch has to survive, or 1
Yes.
cannon has to
Yes, exactly. Okay. his choices.
I'll call for an attack.
Going for it again. All right. So put in that cannon or torch,
Just watching, he's like putting in his own water.
right? I mean, you may at some point you may only have water, so you just kind of have to use them.
Yep.
Oh, can of
So-
water.
Somebody got watered.
Rip.
All right.
Mega rip. Are we
Attack
doing it
again.
We're doing it again. All right, don't fail us now, Rando Calrissian. We believe. A torch is looking familiar. A cannon. And a torch.
Hey!
Good job.
Woo.
All right, where would you like to put that
Successful
treasure?
I think I'm gonna put the treasure over here.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm. As the cabin boy,
Oh, the
as the cabin boy, I'm gonna move a treasure from one hole to the other.
Ooh. See how it is.
Yep, you do.
Damn Frenchie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to look at 2 event cards.
Viva la tea biscuit.
Really.
I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
It involves you
Okay. Well, I drew another card, so that's
and these 2 cards.
yeah.
Please choose.
Which 2 cards did you look at?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
I'm too drunk to be able to remember, okay?
Okay.
Drunk on LaCroix.
Yeah.
The
It's
that-
rum flavored.
That mango LaCroix would get you.
You know what? Just because I want to see, I'm gonna do this one. Black spot. I'm marooned. Okay. I am now the governor of Tortuga. How fantastic.
Yoo. Now you can do more stuff.
Fancy.
I'm gonna call for a brawl.
Yeah.
If I can.
Do it.
All right. See if we can get this right. Well, that went well.
Woo.
Good job, Rando.
Okay, so how do you get stuff off the island?
You don't.
You don't.
It's just
You just
these
move.
keep getting moved back and forth.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
So, the result of the brawl was 3 French flags, and thus we now have both treasure on the French side.
Oh, and there's like, I didn't realize there were the double ones. I thought it was just double water. That's cool. It's like
yeah,
double
so a
bunch of
card
stuff.
has double of everything, basically.
Yeah.
I think. I didn't actually look at the other one that came up double to see if it was like that.
I'm going to attack.
Okay. Yeah, the double water also had double of everything.
Nice.
Successful.
Wow. All right,
So-
where's it gonna go?
Wow.
It's going on the British side, eh?
Okay. I'm going to look at these 2 cards.
Great. Choose. What is it?
Revealer may send any player on Tortuga or Robo to the back of the line of either ship, or they may save this card in front of them and use it as an action later.
Great.
Thank you.
You gonna save it? Perfect.
gonna. Oh, I didn't replace my thing. I'm gonna attack again.
Ah, yes. If you want to get images of the player aids when they're not visible, you can do exclamation point aid or exclamation point actions to get each of the different player aids that we've been looking at.
Oh, look at that attack.
Successful
again.
attack.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. I guess I'm also going to call for an attack. Let's go here.
All right, let's see what we got here. We have a cannon and a torch.
Boom.
Success. So now all future attacks will be attacking the other ship. All right.
All right, Governor.
Governor.
I'm gonna go ahead and move this way.
That's.
You'll never see what's coming next.
Is it the Spanish Inquisition?
Yeah. Oh, also because I didn't say this before, just so that people know, when you're on a rowboat, you can stay there for however long and do other actions. You just don't get any of the benefits of positional stuff. And you're the only person who can be on that rowboat, because rowboats will capsize if there's more than one person.
Did
It's
not
blocking
know
me from
that.
getting to the island.
I don't, yeah, I think you're probably happy where you are right now, but now you know that that's how that works. This game does seem amazing, Jasmine.
So as a cabin boy, I'm gonna move.
See how it is.
Yeah.
See how it is. Jordan, why don't you pick between these two cards?
Well, they're the same, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take an albatross. All players on a ship with 2 albatross on board are marooned.
Okay.
But, and I keep this for the rest of the game. So basically, every time an albatross gets revealed, people who have albatrosses can get marooned if they have at least 2. All right.
Wait, actually, I don't understand the mechanic. So,
So
you're on my ship.
I revealed this.
Yeah.
I keep it for the rest of the game. Now, in the future, the next time an albatross gets revealed, then we say anybody who's on a ship and has at least 2 albatrosses
The
gets
2
marooned.
players with albatrosses on the ship.
Let me
Yeah,
double check.
I'm not. I
That
thought
wording's
it
a
meant
little
something
weird,
else.
but they
Yeah.
have some explanation of these, so I will double check.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. If at any point a ship has 2 total albatross on board, then all players on that ship get marooned.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, for my turn, Sam, why don't you pick one of these 2?
Ooh. All right. All right. I have scurvy. All players on the same ship or island as the revealer of the scurvy, including the revealer, lose their next turn. God damn it, Jordan.
Get wrecked, you scurvy dog!
Oh, I was playing something this weekend where like I kept getting my turn skipped.
All right,
With
Ian, we
blind
get
calls.
some free turns here.
Yeah. I guess.
You can always keep attacking.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
All right.
Water everywhere.
Not a drop to drink.
Rip.
Water
Yeah.
tank, water and torch, nothing happens. Alright, for my turn, I'm gonna become your first mate, matey.
And call for a mutiny. No, I'm just kidding.
I can't yet, it's Ian's turn again.
I'll attack again.
Interesting. Well, don't look at it, because you don't know what I'm putting in. I'm on
Oh,
the ship
you're
now.
on the ship.
Yeah, so just put it down in the middle.
Oh.
I have to
I don't
decide
like
if I want to
this.
help you or hurt you.
I don't like this one bit.
That's why I got him off my ship.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Then once we reach the end of the vote deck, we will shuffle them to make more. We have a cannon, and water.
Rip.
Rip.
Oh, wait. Okay. So, water can only douse one type of.
No, water douses one torch.
Yeah,
The number
but
of
we don't
cannons
have a
actually
torch.
doesn't matter. You just need at least one cannon
Yeah, one torch.
And one
and
torch.
one undoused torch.
Oh.
So if you have no cannons, you can't fire it. If you have no torches, you can't fire. But the water can nullify a torch.
So 2 torches doesn't help you either.
No.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. Speaking of not having 2 torches, I'm going to attack.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to draw.
You're going to shuffle.
I'm gonna shuffle so that I can get you that water, that double water that you.
Well, I'm just going to reveal mine, right? Because
I mean.
it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't super matter. He played a torch. And his anonymous ghost crew
Come on, cannon.
plays a torch.
Rip.
Rip Sam. Alright, well, I can't call for an attack.
But you can call for a mutiny.
I could call for mutiny, I could be a cabin boy, or I could look at 2 event cards.
Do it.
Alright, Ian.
I'm going to move to a rowboat.
Wow. I guess I've been elevated to captain. That's fantastic. Sam, what are you gonna do? I like how fast this game moves. Like, you take an action and then you just move on to the next person. Not a lot of downtime.
Do you think this is an anytime action?
What does it say?
It just says revealer may send any player to on Tortuga or robot to the back of the line of either ship.
I assume so. I will double check those since there's an explanation. What is
More-
that? That's letters of marquee,
Yeah.
right? Letters of mark.
More importantly, do I lose my turn for using this action?
Yes, you use it as an action.
As part of the
All right,
Yeah.
Ian, you're back on the Jolly Roger.
But I've been demoted.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you're
basically
now first mate
You
cabin boy.
basically just wasted your turn and then some.
First mate cabin boy.
Great. So,
mutiny.
I guess we're gonna attack then,
Okay.
right? That
Yeah.
seems good.
I knuckle up a penguin.
All right. Let's see what we've got here. Come on, Randall Calrissian. Cannon.
Ooh.
Water.
Oh.
Rip, cannon.
Okay.
No torches. Too many cannons. Our attack was unsuccessful. Alright, first matey. What do?
Mutiny.
Now I'm getting back in my rowboat. Trying to.
Sam's like, I'm gonna reveal another letter of mark.
I am going to attack.
And it's a double torch.
Rip.
Nice try. Yeah, why don't, you know what? I'm not gonna attack. Sam, why don't you choose one of these 2? Welcome to the Albatross Club.
Woo!
All players on a ship with 2 Albatross get marooned. Fortunately, there's only 1 on my ship.
I'm
coming.
taking
Ian is now the governor of Tortuga.
governorship.
How's it going, Narcoleptic Penguin?
I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Boom.
We've got a torch and a water. Your
Good.
crew betrayed you. Alright, I'm gonna look at 2 events.
No eye patches.
Okay. Ian?
I'm going to call for a brawl.
All in for a brawl and
There we go. Eye patch fixed.
fantastic. Alright, we've got 2 British flags and another British flag.
Wow.
Which means they both go over there.
Wow. Wonder
Oh,
if
he
someone's
said
British.
both?
Yeah. If the British win, they get both. If it's a tie, then they get split.
Yeah.
So, Brando Calrissian did some good work there for the British. Sam.
Rigged. Hashtag rigged.
Hashtag rigged.
Okay, I'm gonna look at these two cards. Okay.
I am going to go ahead and reveal one of those cards.
Okay.
It's a pistol. Revealer maroons any other player. Sam, get marooned.
Okay.
Now you can brawl again if you want.
Oh, I need to.
Or you
Good
can
luck.
head to the new ship. Captain the ship. Who's flying the Flying Dutchman?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to this rowboat.
Sam is now the governor. But what's he gonna do with it?
Governor.
Is he gonna call for a brawl?
Bro.
Brawling it up. So that we don't know what you did. 'Cause we don't know what your alignment is, so unlike attacks, it actually matters what you played. We assume, for the most part, that if you're attacking by yourself, you want to succeed. But for brawls, it's kind of important to obfuscate that. A French flag and another French flag. The French take the treasure.
I don't know which one is mine. Hacks.
Yeah, I don't know either. Actually, that was weird. I thought for sure that you played the British flag.
Yeah, I know I did.
All right, I'm gonna look at 2 event cards. All right.
Alright. I'm gonna say, Sam, pick between one of these.
I know which one he's gonna pick because he knows what that one is.
I'm gonna pick the pistol.
But who are you marooning? Me or
Jordan, get marooned.
That works for me. I didn't want to be on that ship anyway.
Jordan, become governor. Wait.
Oh yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
my next turn.
Yeah, that was Ian's turn. All right, I'm the governor.
Is the citizen.
Is this citizen? You know what? I am going to look at these 2. Okay, Ian.
I'm going to look at these 2.
I'm gonna look at these 2.
Wow, what an exciting turn. All right, Sam, why don't you pick one of these 2?
This one.
All right, what is it?
Black spot. Revealer is maroon.
Welcome back to Tortuga, sir. Ian?
Guess I'll move to captain.
All right.
Wait, did I take a turn?
Oh, you didn't. Sorry. Go ahead. Great. Then I'll go this way. That works for me. Ian was a better captain anyways.
Fine.
So as cabin boy, I'm gonna move these.
Ah, I wonder if we're going to see a lot of cabin boying going on here.
It's possible.
I'm gonna look at this one and this. Okay.
I'm gonna choose this event card,
Which is what?
pistol, and marine sand.
Rip Sam!
I'm gonna look at these two.
Or wait, is it rowboat or to?
No, island.
Yeah, it's Island.
No.
Island. What's the second one you're looking at?
Two. Ooh.
It's very exciting.
I know that. One.
Ooh. Go ahead, Jordan.
Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and move onto the ship.
Scurrilous.
Shall we do some attacking? Captain? Shall we give him what for, Captain?
That was a weird accent.
Give him a what for? Well, there's nobody on this ship.
Shall we send her to the depths of Davy Jones' locker, Captain?
Alright.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bury that loot.
Alright. We're gonna attack.
We're attacking? Great. What do we got here? Can we coordinate our attack? We have a torch. We have another torch. And we have another torch.
Oh.
I wonder what we played. Rip torch.
Oh, replace.
I'm gonna reveal this card.
Great.
Cabin Fever.
Great. We all know what it does, but why don't you explain it to the chat?
The revealer swaps the card with someone else.
Loyalty cards.
Loyalty card.
Is it a direct swap or is it a shuffle?
It's a shuffle swap.
So you may end up with the same one. Meaning
Yes.
that the person who's not involved in that swap doesn't know if it was a direct swap or if it stayed the same.
Go ahead and shuffle.
So why don't you shuffle them and then I'll
Reveal.
put them back out. And then,
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good plan. That's a good plan.
Okay. So let's see if you changed or not. Meanwhile, forgot to grab another book card. Meanwhile, as cabin boy, I'm gonna go ahead and move one of those over.
So, Captain, I'm gonna attack.
All right. We have a torch. We have a cannon. And we have another cannon. Successful attack. Take one treasure from the Jolly Roger and put it in either hold. Shocked, I tell you. Shocked.
I'm gonna reveal this card. It's the Fountain of Youth.
How did you know that card was there?
Oh, fuck me.
I'm like, I didn't.
I knew the card was there because I revealed it. I did not read the card correctly.
Oh no, what does it say?
It says, revealer gives to any other player.
Yeah.
What?
Owner is protected from 1 black spot, 1 pistol, 1 captain's action to maroon, or 1 successful mute.
So you have to pick another player to get a cool thing. Why not me?
You know
Exactly.
why.
You
You
know,
know
I don't know
why.
why. I didn't do
You
anything.
know why.
I didn't do anything. You guys are the ones who swapped alignments.
What's up, Hack Tabletop TV?
Hey, how's it going?
Wait, you don't know if we swapped.
Exactly.
How do you know? How do you know if we swapped? Were you hacking?
Yes.
Hacks.
Oh yeah, I forgot to draw another vote card. We're gonna go ahead and move another one over.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Cause I'm the cabin boy.
Our
Indeed, are.
You are the first mate.
I'm the first mate. He's the captain. I'm
You
first
are
mate
the
and
captain.
cabin boy.
Huh.
If you maroon me, you'll regret it.
Or will.
Yes. I wonder if the captain can maroon themselves. I'm gonna find out.
Well, I would say no, only because it says crewmate.
Yeah.
You may not maroon yourself.
Yeah.
You may not
I am
maroon
gonna
yourself.
maroon you.
Okay, great. Sam?
Gonna look at these
Okay.
2 cards. Okay.
I'm gonna reveal this card. It's a letter of marque. I may send any player on Tortuga or a rowboat to the back of the line on either ship or save it. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I'm gonna go over here.
Cabin boy. I'm going to right here.
Would you say the numbers are looking a little even right now, Sam?
Jordan, I'd like you to choose between these 2 cards, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this one. It's Atlantis. The revealer gives to any other player. Before any player's turn, owner may move from one ship to the back of the other. Using Atlantis does not count as an action. Discard after use. I'm gonna give that to Ian.
Okay.
And we are going to attack.
Arg, matey.
Let's go, random crewmate. We have a cannon
Oh!
and a torch. And we have another torch. Successful attack.
Rip.
We only have 1 event card left, which means that we are potentially 2 event cards away from ending the game, but we're not sure.
Okay. So it's cabin boy. I'm going to move.
Okay.
Sam? You gonna make me pick 2 again?
I'm gonna make you pick 2 again. I'm gonna make you pick between these 2.
Okay. It's a black spot. I'm marooned, which is great. Because the other one would have marooned me anyways.
I don't know what you mean, Jordan.
Alright, so
Oh,
now
yeah,
that we've
yeah,
revealed
shuffle.
the last event card, because we know it's the Spanish Armada, now we shuffle them. So no one knows which one is the Spanish Armada. When that gets revealed, the game immediately ends. And I need to draw a new card.
Ooh, I don't.
Alright, I guess it's my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and look at these two events.
Hack Tabletop, if you have any pro tips as a fan, I would like some pro tips.
Okay.
Cabin boy.
That's starting to look very uneven.
I'm gonna look at these two.
Okay. Ian, I would like you to pick one of these two events.
Ooh.
Albatross.
It's an albatross. And there's no more event to replace it, so I wonder what'll happen.
Go ahead, Cabin Boy Captain.
Pro tip, read the whole card so you don't accidentally benefit someone else.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I'm gonna look at these two.
Okay.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Sam? What are you gonna do?
Not accidentally drop cards.
Right?
I think it's time to brawl.
You think it's time to brawl? Okay. Shuffle up here. How's this brawl gonna come out? 1 British flag, 2 British flag, 3 British flag. Everything goes to the British.
I'm playing Atlantis.
Interesting.
All right, Jordan, you have your fun on the island.
Whoa, I got skipped. No.
No.
He didn't take a turn.
No, that just
He did it
Oh,
before
he's
my turn.
I
Yeah.
thought
No.
I thought you.
Atlantis doesn't cost
It-
action.
it-
It's
it's
before
not-
any player's turn. to
Oh,
produce
it's
this.
the other ones
The
that
other one
cost
was
action.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the letter of mark. Ian, I would like you to pick one of these two cards.
letter of mark.
Okay. Are you using it or saving it? You basically send someone to the back of the line on a ship. Either ship.
No,
Okay.
not using it.
All right. Wait,
Wait,
you.
now
God damn
it's
it!
Ian's turn. Now it's Ian's turn for real.
So I'm gonna, as cabin boy, move one over.
Spanish Armada. So you guys did swap them.
And
Ian,
he
why
won.
did you do that? He knew where it was.
He
What?
had to do it to win.
I would either lose or he would.
But I didn't know where it was. I hadn't seen the Spanish Armada yet. I would have won if not for Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis actually saved you, and not because of this. I wanted you to reveal this, but I couldn't choose it. I was going to have you choose one of these two, and I would have for sure won because it would either been Spanish Armada or it would have been all treasure on the revealer ship gets returned to the Spanish galleon.
What?
Whoa.
And all of your treasure was French.
What?
So
That's huge.
yeah, so I was gonna pick. It was gonna be either Spanish Armada or Stormy Seas. I had it in the bag, but Atlantis saved you because then I didn't want you to return all of my treasure.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are following at home, we have 4 French treasure, 4 British treasure, and Sam, who swapped loyalties with Ian, was the Dutch and came away with the win.
Yeah. I started as the Dutch.
Yeah, I figured out pretty quickly who you both were.
Well, yeah. It's easy when.
Well,
I was
especially
just
when you
rolling.
have the context of who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, see, I started off by making a lot of French positive plays, as
Which
the
is
British
why I
player.
thought you were the Dutch.
Right. I wanted you to think I was the Dutch, and I wanted you to think I was the
I
French.
thought you were the British immediately. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
No. I knew he was French, and I was Dutch. So, like, process of elimination.
Because the first move he made benefited the British. The second move he made benefited the French. The first, like, 3 moves I made all benefited the French.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sam walks away with a victory. Now we get to reset the game here. If someone wants to shuffle all the vote cards and deal 3 to each player, and also reset the treasure, I will get.
Sam wants to go to the bathroom, so I will be right back.
Great. Get these actions out of the way. I'm gonna change. There are a couple special actions that I'm gonna change out here. We lost our music. No.
I think
We
it
lost our producer.
ran
No.
out.
Ruined forever. Forever unclean.
Other vote
Yes,
cards.
those are vote cards. I think that's it. Great. Oh, there's one here. Nope,
No,
that's
that's
an
an
event card.
event card.
Great. Okay. So Spanish Armada needs to be separate, and I already fucked that up. Spanish Armada. Great. So there are a bunch of special event cards, and you can play with more of them or less of them. But they usually say start with 3, and you can either choose or deal them randomly. Since we don't know them all, I'm just going to deal random, and some of them may be the ones we've seen before, they may be different. We don't know. And we shuffle all of them in together. So all these event cards go together. This is where you guys get to learn how the game setup works. Once you've shuffled all of the event cards together, then you put the Spanish Armada on the bottom and put 5 event cards face down to start us off. I wonder if this token has to do with like a special event card. Would be my
Very
guess.
well may.
All right, and then we're gonna reset the treasure here. 4, 1, 1. Those 2 are gonna start off to the side.
These go in.
Put those in the bag. Feel free to shake it up. I'm gonna redeal the loyalty cards. This is pretty cool. I like it. And I think it's exactly right how they say on
I
the
have
thing.
no idea how it would work with 2 people.
So yeah, the way it works with 2 people sounds like it wouldn't work at all. What we heard when we were reading about this online, and based on what they said here, is that it's all about positioning, and it basically becomes a game of chess of like figuring out where you need to be, plus like pulling the right events to maroon them so they can't do things, and but basically there's no question about people's loyalty.
Yeah.
There's only a little bit of question about people's loyalty here, so it's actually kind of similar, except that in this game there's a third person who's always working to rebalance things. So that's why I felt okay at the beginning of the game putting the French heavily ahead, because I knew that someone would start making British moves, and that's how I figured out that you were Dutch really early on, is because you both basically you made a French move to start, Sam made a British move to start, but then when I made both of these French, you started making British moves to balance it out again. Alright, okay, so we'll go ahead and random these. If you'd like to draw, see who gets to be the captain of the Flying Dutchman.
It's me. No, it's not me.
Alright, who's the captain of the Jolly Roger?
It's me.
I mean, you have a 50% chance of being right. And once again, I start as the first mate. Rip me, JP. I'm going to go ahead and look at my loyalty card. Great. So now, each of you captains, starting with
Attacking
Ian.
the galleon.
Hold on. Each of you captains needs to place your first treasure. Alright. We have one of each to start. And we're attacking, you say?
Well, I'm attacking.
Oh yeah, you're by yourself.
You're on the other
That's
ship.
Right. Bucketed.
Rip.
Bucketed by the crew. I'm going to go ahead and look at 2 events here.
We are attacking.
We're attacking. Okay.
Oh wait, I should try.
What are you gonna play? Technically, you can like do table talk by like promising to play a thing. I think that's less exciting and less useful in the 3-player version. Whereas if there's like 5 or 6 or 7 people, there's more deception involved.
Yeah.
Whereas in this game, if you add in that table talk element, it becomes too easy to figure out what people are a little bit. I think because it's like you say you're gonna play one thing, and then that thing doesn't come up at all because there's only 3 cards.
Yeah.
Then it becomes very obvious that you lied. All right. Bucket. Torch. Well,
Rip.
that sucked. All right,
Okay.
Sam. I'm gonna draw myself a vote card here. Are you attacking again?
Yep.
We have a torch and a bucket.
Rip.
Those buckets are coming up all over the place. This Rando Calrissian does not like us right now. You know what? Sam, why don't you pick one of these 2 events?
I will pick this one.
All right?
Ooh, Atlantis. All right, Jordan.
Cool. Thanks. So, for those of you who missed it before, Atlantis allows the person who has it. So, first of all, the revealer has to give it to another player. They can't take it themselves. And once you have Atlantis, before any player's turn, you can move from one ship to the back of another ship. Does not count as an action, and you discard it, so it's one-time use. So I'm just going to save that for a bit.
That's why it's the lost city of Atlantis. Because you gotta throw it away after you use it.
Right? Shall we try again? We lost our music.
Yeah, we can bring it back.
Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Yeah, make it attack. Alright.
We're doing it again? Alright. Don't screw us over, Rando Calrissian. I believe. A torch. A torch. And a cannon! Good job, team. Grab yourself a treasure and place it in the ship. Alright, Sam.
I'm good.
Oh, you looked.
I looked at 2 cards.
Okay.
No, I was cheating.
Which team did you look at?
I looked at 1 and 3.
1 and 3. I am going to look at. You know, I'm going to look at 1 and 3 as well. Fantastic.
I'm gonna look at 4 and 5.
Jordan, pick between 1 and 3.
You want to make me pick and not you? Why would you even bother? Oh no, wait, we're not on the same ship. Okay.
Same ship.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna pick 3. It's a black spot. I've been marooned.
Oh no. What will you do now, Governor?
As governor, we're gonna have a brawl because why not?
That's what they like to do on Tortuga. It's because there's too much rum.
2 French flags and a British flag.
Oh,
Suck it, British.
Frenchies.
Big Frenchy moves.
Wait, so whose turn was that?
Your turn.
Alright, it's my turn. I'm going to. This event, Crow's Nest.
Ooh, what's that?
Revealer discards any player's vote cards, views all cards in the vote deck, and replaces the player's hand of vote cards with any cards from the deck. Shuffle the vote deck after this. is complete.
Wait, what? He gets to pick
You
vote
basically
card?
get to pick 3 vote cards for someone to have. That's so powerful. Who are you gonna choose? Whose deck do you want to set?
Guessing his own.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's happy with what he wants. Maybe one of us is his mortal enemy. That's super good.
I guess I'm going to shuffle. Huh.
So basically, you discard everything they have, then you get to look
Yeah.
at what's left.
Yeah.
Sam's like, I want to get rid of mine.
I'm taking Sam.
Alright, so if we just discard Sam's,
Yay!
and then you pick 3 new ones to replace
He's gonna
them.
screw me over.
He's gonna be like, bucket, but he's gonna be like,
Bucket, double bucket, bucket.
Yeah, it's gonna be like British bucket, British bucket, British bucket.
It's fine.
Sam's like, rip my attacks. Wait, no, French bucket. I keep forgetting which one of you is which. I'll give you French buckets. They're leaky.
French buckets are leaky. Confirmed.
Yeah. I mean, they wrote a song about it, right? There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. That's a French folk song, right?
Perhaps.
Okay. Shuffle that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This goes away.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this one. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna look at these two. I mean, clearly you should reveal this one because it was super awesome.
Ooh.
Or make Sam reveal.
Ooh.
Ooh, no.
No.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Take your chances. What is it?
El Dorado.
El Dorado. Revealer gives to any other player. Owner immediately what?
Draws an extra vote card.
Oh. And then may play 2 vote cards in any future vote. Discard it after use. Interesting. So who do you want to have an extra vote card?
I mean, you do know all of my vote
Me
cards
or
right
the guy
now.
whose deck you just stacked? That's tough. I like that we're getting these out of the way early because we have so little information to go on. I didn't see it.
I'll give it to Sam.
Okay.
Alright, so Sam draws an extra vote card.
Yes. My votes. I can stack the deck, sort of.
Sweet.
All right. I'm gonna look at these two.
Okay. Fantastic. Sam, would you like to pick one of these two?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this one.
Okay.
Black spot.
Welcome to Tortuga.
Where the weather is nice and the brawls are.
All right,
Oh, there's
and
brawls.
Uh,
I kind of like being in Tortuga. It's pretty nice. It's just, it's good weather here, actually. Yeah, you're right. It's very sunny. None of this, like,
I'm going.
stormy seas shit.
I'm going to attack.
Alright. We have a torch and a cannon. Successful attack.
Wow. He did stack the
Where's
deck.
that treasure gonna go?
Oh.
Alright, Sam. What do?
give you the option of randomness.
Okay. Fountain of Youth. Revealer gives to any other player. Owner is protected from 1 black spot, 1 pistol, 1 captain's action to maroon, or 1 successful mutiny. Here you go.
Ooh.
And I.
Okay.
We're gonna brawl. It's now my turn.
Okay.
Let's do a brawl, Sam.
So are you gonna use 1 vote card or 2?
That's a good question.
What?
Just 1? Alright. He had a chance. He had a golden opportunity. Maybe
I want to save it for attacking.
double British. Maybe he didn't need it. Apparently, Sam was okay with this outcome.
Could be.
Alright. Ian, are you attacking?
Go ahead and attack.
We have a cannon and a torch. Successful.
What?
attack it is, yep.
How lucky is this guy?
Right?
I did stack the deck by giving you all the non-attack cards.
Good point. Smart. SMRT. Smart. Okay. Let's look. You know what? No. I'm with this shit.
You're moving? Alright. You know what? For my turn, I'm going to look at these 2. Ian?
I'm going to attack.
Okay. Got it again.
What?
He got it again, even after
Oh
the
my
shuffle.
god, so rigged.
Where is he gonna put it? That's the real question.
So rigged.
Super rigged. Ian, the unstoppable captain,
Wow.
the Flying Dutchman, cannot be beat.
Wow.
Fastest ship on the open seas.
Wow.
Oh man.
Alright, Jordan. We'll let you pick your own fate. The 2 you reveal. Go for it.
Okay. 8 bells, all pawns in the revealer's boat or island, are put into the pouch and then drawn randomly back out. I'm gonna randomly draw myself to be the governor. Thanks, Sam.
I'll let you choose your fate.
I just looked at them both, so of course I'm gonna choose the. Yeah. Okay. Ian, choose one of these 2.
Ooh.
Black spot.
Yeah,
5.
maroon.
No, I'm Fountain
Oh,
of
you're.
Youth.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
he's
fine.
Fountain of
You
Youth
better.
then.
Fountain of Youth is gone. You're up, Ian.
I'm going to look at these 2.
I'm gonna do a blind.
You're gonna do a blind.
I'm gonna do a blind.
A blind that no one's seen.
No
You're
one's
not gonna-
seen it.
You're not gonna pick one of the ones he just saw?
Nope.
Alright,
Alright,
Sam's gonna
chat.
reveal blind. And it is an
Albatross.
albatross. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. RNG'd. We're gonna go ahead and look at these 2.
Alright. Sam, pick one of these 2.
Damn it.
Another albatross?
He can't be on a boat.
Can't be on a boat.
Well, not when there's another albatross at least.
No.
He's got 2.
I have 2.
But it's only when the albatross gets triggered that happens, though.
I thought that.
No, having 2 albatross doesn't prevent you from ever joining a boat. It just means that if an albatross ever comes up again, Sam's boat automatically maroons everyone.
Oh, I see.
Because that is an action that takes place when it gets revealed.
Gotcha. Okay, so
The first part is you keep it. The second
the
part
part
is
is
when
all
you
players-
activate it. Then
Yeah.
yeah. So it's still really good.
did you still want me to pick between those two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
fine.
interesting. You're not gonna move on to the ship, Sam? Are you gonna reveal random?
Yeah, I'm gonna reveal random
Why?
again. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Ooh.
The letter of mark. Would you like to move yourself onto a ship?
I can take my time.
You should go to this ship and then albatross Sam.
Okay.
Well, you'd have to find another albatross.
That's true. Alright, I'm actually going to look at this. I'm just going to reveal this one. It's a letter of mark. I'm going to save it. Actually, do you know am I going to save it? No, I'm not going to save it. I'm going to move Sam.
Yay!
I'm gonna maroon Sam.
Oh, rip.
Yay!
Rip Sam. Are you going to use your letter of mark? Are you just going to keep revealing
Wait,
random?
which one did you pick last time? Which one is the new one?
I think it's this one. It's another letter of mark. Would you like to use it right away? Move any player to a ship.
No.
Oh,
It's
you
one
can
of
only
us.
use one of us. Yeah. Would you like to move one of us?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the back of the ship. Albatross
Okay.
me, bitches.
Sam, I would like you to pick one of these two.
Are they both albatrosses?
I have no comment. Get albatross. You keep that. Now you get sent back.
And
And
shuffle.
now the Spanish Armada is out. Things are very even. Someone's feeling very happy right now.
Now is the time for the real blind reveals.
Right? Go fishing. Whoever's Dutch is like, I'm gonna go fishing. It's my turn. Interesting. Well, before my turn, I'm gonna use Atlantis. I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna cabin boy. I'm gonna reveal a pistol. And I'm gonna maroon Ian.
Wait, hold on. Atlantis lets you move, cabin boy, and reveal?
Atlantis is not
Well,
an action. It's a as
But
last
you
turn.
can't. You
Well,
couldn't.
how did you
couldn't
cabin
reveal.
boy and reveal?
You can't
You're right,
cabin boy
sorry.
and.
I could not do both. That was my bad. Here, I'll shuffle these again. I don't know why my brain thought I could do
I
both.
was like, that is so OP.
No, that's fine. I moved in cabin boy. That's totally fine. Whoops. This is what happens after I've had a long
Okay.
week and it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna maroon.
Room me?
you.
Great. Alright, Sam.
Let's brawl.
We're gonna brawl, eh? A French flag, a British flag, and a French flag. The British have a commanding lead. If they can end the game.
I mean,
You mean the French?
Sorry, the French. See, my brain is broken. What do you?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna cabin boy.
Alright. Sam? You're gonna letter of mark yourself to the ship. Alright, so that's your action. You sure you want to go to that ship? He may just maroon you before you get to another go over here, you might be able to attack. Or Cabin Boy, if that was your fancy. We're gonna brawl on Tortuga. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna shuffle. We're both British. Ian?
Get wrecked.
Okay,
Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Alright, Sam, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look at these two cards.
That was amazing. Oh man.
That's funny.
I'm gonna reveal this one. It's
Oh!
a pistol. I'm shit. I'm already in.
Oh, that's how you want to play.
Yeah, that's how I want to play it.
Alright, I'm just picking. Pistol.
Pistols. We're all marooned, and I'm the only one who can call for a brawl. This is hilarious. All right, Sam, what are you gonna do?
This is really fucked.
I mean, if I get marooned, I move to the back and lose my governorship. So, like, I guess that's a thing that could happen. You have a 1 in 3 chance of ending the game if you go for an event, Sam. Should have used your El Dorado when you had the chance. Oh my god. You're just gonna move? You don't have a lot of options. It's true. This is crazy. So many swings in the treasure in the last, like, 2 rounds. Okay. Pistol! I'm gonna maroon Sam.
Is this a rowboat
It
or
just
just
says
a...
maroon any player.
Ha!
Charmona, ha! That's
Wait.
5 British and 3 French, which
No.
means the British win.
No, it's.
Yes. Yes,
I
it
was
is.
like, there's no way you can both cheer. That makes no sense.
You miscounted.
Oh, there's an odd number?
No, you probably just thought this was French.
You thought that was French.
Oh, I did.
Sam kept trying to get there to make it French, and he kept getting marooned.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
It didn't matter, though, because with both of you on Tortuga, the only other thing that
It was
could have happened
scurvy.
scurvy.
It was scurvy. That was the problem.
Everyone would have lost their turn, and then eventually I would.
That's why I was trying to get out, because I could have been like, okay, pick.
And then, if we both lost a turn, you could have had an extra turn and maybe saved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes! The British win!
Fuck. I thought I was at win condition.
No. This swing.
Great.
This swing did. The fact that I got 2 British instead of 1 of each was the thing I needed. If it had been 1 of each, I would have been in trouble, because then it would have been a perfect split for you.
Yeah. I'll say this.
And then I would have kept calling brawl.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I wanted to use my stuff, but like,
They were all.
they're all British.
And I assume you were.
Well,
yeah,
because
you were
I.
French, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he stacked them British.
In part. But
Yeah.
He also
Yeah.
drew.
And then you kept drawing them.
Yeah.
Victory!
Oh, I'm disappointed.
I had to get a win sometime. Felt good. I needed a win there. Needed it. Oh man.
Alright. I'm kind of done.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about this game. First of all, let's talk about component quality.
Generally pretty good. I mean, I like no real complaints.
Yep. I mean, the cards are linen finish, which we always like to see.
Yeah.
Quality cards. The artwork on the cards is really nice. It's like, I wouldn't call them they're almost too good to be called symbols, but basically the symbols are all very clear and unique and pretty on everything.
Yeah, I mean the cards that are really good are the character cards, I think,
Character
because
cards.
you have like
The event cards are also pretty good,
yeah.
right? Like you have stuff like Atlantis, which is like a map for Atlantis, and Fountain of Youth. All the special well, not the special cards, but all of the like one of cards here have like a map, like El Dorado, Fountain of Youth, Atlantis. They're like places that that explorers went in search of, and then you have these like special events like Crow's Nest and Eight Bells, which also have good artwork.
Yeah. I mean, I like this stuff. This
The
is pretty
neoprene
good.
mat is really nice.
I don't know.
Artwork on it is nice.
I don't know if I care about these.
They're shaped like chests, but they were probably cheap to produce because
Yeah.
they don't have like engraving,
Any-
which I think is a good balance. The fact that they're shaped like chests, like they could have just been like regular, like
It
Well,
could
that's
be-
true.
could
That's
have been
true.
a
The box
little-
is the
the
best.
box is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, like honestly, the only thing that I would like say, like if I were to improve the component quality anyway, I would change the player meeples to be something more thematic, like
Yeah,
pirate
piratey.
meeples of some sort instead of these.
I
just,
might
like,
I
player
might make
tokens.
these slightly smaller and more intricate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could make them more intricate, but it didn't bother me as much because
Yeah.
they were at least shaped like chests.
Yeah.
Whereas these are just kind of like standard player token type
Yeah.
things. I still don't know what this is for. I have to assume it's a special event card.
That we
But
haven't.
we-
We've
no,
gone through
we-
all
we-
of them.
No, there's like
Oh, there's some that you didn't hit.
so these star cards you deal you were out of the room when we got this. These star cards change every turn, so every game. So like we didn't have all three of these last time. We had Scurvy for sure, but last time we also had where did I put them? Over here. We also had Cabin Fever and Stormy Seas last time. There was
Okay.
also Black Powder, Facade, and
Guessing black
Pirate.
powder.
Black Powder. Choose one rowboat that may not. Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. So you place the explosion token on a
On a
rowboat,
rowboat.
and you basically destroy it, so nobody can move between them without like letters of mark, basically. That sounds amazing. So you can set up where you pick a specific 3 events, and I think there's even alternate rules in here where you start with like 5 special events or something like that to change things. Twist Gaming, thank you for the host. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're not, okay, I don't want to say we're just finishing up because it's not like the stream is over yet, but we just finished 2 games of Tortuga 1667, so we're kind of going through our post-game review. Component quality, I think we can all agree, is pretty excellent. They clearly did well in the Kickstarter, and, you know, they put some love and thought into what the components would be.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I feel like part of this is this neoprene is made so it goes in the box nicely,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, it rolls up,
which
fits in
is
the box.
which is cool
Really
because
smart.
I hate boxes that have way too much room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
Um,
use their space efficiently in the box. All right, so let's talk about learning curve. How easy or hard was this game to learn?
I mean, I think my biggest complaint is probably like it'd be nice to know all the cards at the
Yeah.
beginning.
I didn't know all the
Yeah.
cards up front, but
So
mean,
obviously
that's fair.
some play mistakes were made.
In terms of like the events or like the vote cards.
Well, like remember, like I flipped over a card and I forgot
You,
that
like,
they had to give it
misread
away.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, but overall, I think this is one of those like maybe easy to learn to play, hard to master.
Yeah.
I could easily see where 5 players is different from 3 players, which is different from 2
Yeah.
players. I actually think the 3-player variant, while maybe like more like the real game compared to a 2-player variant, I actually don't prefer it.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't think so?
And we can get to that when we talk about that.
Well,
part.
let's.
But
Why don't we get to that right now as we talk about like depth and breadth of strategy?
I think the depth and breadth of strategy comes in like 2 players and then beyond. Like three. I think 3 players is like they might as well make it like 2 players and then 4 and above.
Yeah.
So with 4 players, what are the alignments?
It's just 2 British, 2
Oh,
French.
it's 2 and
so
2.
basically, you don't know who your teammates are. Is how that works.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean, so like my strategy, is if it wasn't blatantly obvious, was get towards end game, make decisions.
Because you were the. Was that in
What
both
I-
games or specifically as the Dutch?
Okay, so in the first game, I like did not play it that way. But after seeing how the first game went, I was like, the problem is if I set up too much stuff now, like all of it's gonna get blown to smithereens by the time we get to the end game. so I need to get close to end game. That way, like, things
Yeah.
I make matter, and I can potentially pull the trigger on a win.
Right.
Right? Because there was never, like, 7 British, one French, right?
Right.
Like, that's never going to happen in this game. So, as long as the Dutch is keeping it close, one good roll can make the difference.
Yeah. I think you're right there. I think part of it is that with 3 players, a couple things happen. One, it basically guarantees that within every 3 turns, every alignment's going to get to go, right? Whereas if you had a larger game, you could potentially have a string of all one alignment getting to go, which could make the game swing back and forth a bunch, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how things are set up. And, you also have where it feels, because there are less players, it feels like you have to do more stuff and do more planning before you reach the end game. Whereas if there were more players, more events would be getting revealed more frequently and stuff like that, based compared to the number of turns you have. So on Board Game Geek, they actually say you guys probably know. I don't know if all the viewers know, but the way Board Game Geek shows number of players is they'll show what the publisher says it can be played with. Then they'll have like a community sourced number of players and best number of players with, and so Board Game Geek says 4 to 9 is what's actually playable, and that 5 and 7 are the best.
Yeah, I would say 5, 7, and 9. Although 9 is
maybe
hard
9's
to-
too
hard to
big,
Too crazy,
but
yeah.
but I can see where that comes from. I don't think 3 was actually that bad, especially as a way to learn the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 wasn't boring, but it was
Right.
it was a lot more like it was a lot more let's random, let's have a little more fun, that's what it felt like to me.
I actually felt the opposite. I felt like with 3 players, it was more like it felt more like every turn I was thinking very hard about what I needed to do, and like because the deduction and deception aspect is not very high. Like within a couple turns, you basically know what everyone is because there's so few options.
No, so I agree with that. I'm talking about like attacking. Like attacking is a shit show with
That's
with
true.
3
Like,
players.
Like it actually rarely came up that someone was trying to sink the captain's attack.
Yeah.
Like I did it to you once, one of the waters.
Yeah,
was
I think the
fine.
first one.
But basically every other attack that I was a part of, and I was almost never the captain.
Yeah.
I played torch or cannon, if for no other reason than the fact that as the cabin boy, if it succeeded, I could always move it if the captain didn't do what I wanted. So it got the stuff off the galleon and into play where I could affect it.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like if you look at this last round, Ian probably succeeded like 4 out of 6 attacks or something, like some ridiculous number.
Yeah.
And then like I failed 3, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a different strategy. That's what I didn't like about the 3.
That is one thing that comes in very highly with less players is the RNG factor of the random card from the deck is much, much higher.
Yeah.
Right? When it's, especially if you're the only captain on your ship.
And somehow randomly, like none of us ever got a 2. Like I know they're rare, but like I don't know if you guys had them, but like I never saw a 2 in my hand. Like a 2.
You mean a 2
I
fire?
I had maybe
2 anything, yeah.
I had maybe 3 or 4 across both games total.
Yeah.
They weren't very common. I don't know if it says it in the rules. The rules do say the like distribution of cannons, torches, and waters, but I don't think it says how many doubles there are. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
where
I mean,
it says it.
I would have liked a like maybe like a Tortuga / Atlantis Eldorado that was like, look at the top 3 cards of the vote deck and pick one to add to the pile.
I think there's literally 2. I think there's literally 2 doubles.
Yeah. And for how frequently I don't know.
They're supposed to be rare, but like we shuffled the vote deck at least once every game, and it'd be way more often with more players.
Yeah.
So I think the point was, with how few vote cards there are, as you add more players having cards, that double card is going to keep coming up over and over again, so you actually don't want that many of them.
Yeah, I mean, part of me almost wishes like if there's a variant that in like 3 players, or actually in any version where there's only one person there, like you actually draw 2 from the crew deck.
Yeah,
Which
would be cool.
That would be like
But that'd be like
Heavy
even more
meta.
RNG, right?
but like
I was almost gonna say it'd be cool if there was if the 3-player variant was everyone started with 4 cards and could play 2 and then you added 1
Yeah.
RNG, right?
Yeah.
And then there'd be 5 cards.
yeah. No, I mean from the perspective that like because water cancels, like that's why I think it felt so intense.
Right.
It's because you needed 2 unique ones to win an attack, and water canceled either of them.
That's
so.
true.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's also kind of fine. It's not like we ever ended up with treasure on the galleon by the end of the game. But that said, in the first game in particular, even more than the second game, we did spend a lot of time just attacking to try and get them off without the game advancing because we weren't bothering to take
Yeah.
event cards. Like basically, the 2 captains were attacking every turn, and then myself, as the first mate, was looking at all the event cards to prep what I needed to do.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to learn from the first game was like, look, to progress to endgame, I gotta move.
Yeah, but I do think that this does feel like it would play fantastically with a group of like 5 to 7. I think this is a really good group game because while there is deception, there's a lot of mechanics around it. It's not your like standard coup secret Hitler type deception game. It's just deception is a mechanic.
Yeah.
It's actually find it not to be too dissimilar from Shadowhunters in that respect. I don't know if you guys have played that, but it was the very first game that we streamed, but neither of you were there for that. But in Shadowhunters, there are basically 2 teams plus some neutral players, and nobody knows what anyone's alignment is, but you kind of move around and you can attack people who are in the same area as you, but they may be on your team, so you kind of have to try and figure out what they are, and there's ways to kind of get little hints here and there. So it feels very similar in that respect, where it's not like a straight up social deception game. It is like a mechanically like complex to an extent game that has deception and deduction as a part of it.
Yeah, I feel like this game is like just one level higher than Bang in terms of like the deception element, or like how important alignment and deception are. Because I feel like in Bang you can play your own game for the most part.
Bang is kind of like Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Okay. What's the last category?
I mean, other than that, like, just generally, like, would you play this again?
Yeah, I'd play it
for
again.
sure.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to play it again. I definitely want to play it with more players. I also want to go back to what we mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, which was, I don't know if you guys are able to read this, but I'm going to try and put it up here. So there's this little chart here that goes from 2 players to 9 players that tells you like what skills are most important. So like, I think everything that we just talked about, they thought of in advance. They're like, if it's 2 players, the most important thing is positioning. It becomes much like a game of chess. The next thing is like risk calculation. Then card management, because as you get a few more players, card management becomes important because you're trying to figure out like, what cards do I play versus what cards do I save, in terms of making sure that you don't get stuck with like all waters when your team needs to attack and stuff like that. And then persuasion, deception, and teamwork as there's more and more players, because you're like trying to convince people to do things. There's more table talk. I do think that, you know, a couple of the things that I omitted have to do with like table talk and stuff like that, which is allowed, but I think this game with 3 players played a lot better by reducing table talk.
I'll say this: I think the one thing I know we don't talk about a ton in terms of games that I'll give to this credit is like this should be quick. This should be fast to like pick up, learn, and play over like lunch or something.
And it's literally the size of a book,
Yeah.
so you can carry it with you.
Yeah, because there are some like decently quick games, but like you got to set up like 80 components and like 80 little pouches.
This would
Like, this is
travel
fast.
extremely well.
Yeah.
If you take books when you travel,
Yeah. I mean, you could put weed in there too.
yeah.
Yeah. Roll it into the map.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Perfect.
already had
Officer,
Double Hawk
this is
asked
just a
if
game.
he could put rum in there, and it would work. You could put a little travel bottle of rum in there. Yeah.
There you go. Cool.
Awesome. So that was Tortuga 1667. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm really sad Steve wasn't here, but I think based on the fact that we enjoyed it, there's a chance that if you all enjoyed it, that we will bring it back, a couple months down the line in a future stream with more players, because I think it would definitely be a not completely different, but a very different game when you have like 5 to 7 players.
Yeah.
What do we have coming up? This Saturday, at a time that we decided that I forgot.
You said later, so I'm assuming we decided like 6.
Yeah, 6 or 7 p.m. I'll have to check. I don't even remember what I put in the graphic. 6 or 7 p.m. on Saturday, we're going to be playing Zombicide with chat. So chat will be able to control a character in Zombicide. That's going to happen. And then the week after that, y'all are playing a game.
I think it's Word Slam.
Is it?
No, it's the Grizzled.
It's the Grizzled. Y'all are going to be playing the Grizzled. I won't be here next week because I'm going to be at Geekway to the West in St. Louis. So if y'all are going to be at Geekway, come say hi. I'll be there representing.
If you're not at Geekway, you should still say hi.
Yes. If you're not at Geekway, still say hi on stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they're playing the Grizzled next Wednesday. The rest of the month we have Word Slam and Landed, which is a cool Carcassonne-esque space terraforming game
Nice.
that I backed on Kickstarter.
Space
a couple
Puerto
years
Rico.
ago. No, it's Space Carcassonne. Get it right. That's it. That's what we've got for coming up for this month. We hope you all had a good time. I'm going to go see if there's anybody out there that we can raid real quick. Send you guys over with someone else. Do you guys have any other cool announcements?
Nope.
No.
Special things? No? You just hate chat and you can't wait to
Yeah, bye,
can't wait to get them out of
chat.
your face.
Yeah.
Those stupid chat people. Ugh, chat. Yuck. So terrible.
No.
I don't even know why you guys are here. Ugh.
I'm going to Austin on Friday.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's gonna be
What are you doing in Austin?
It's visiting some
Eating
friends.
Eating
food.
barbecue?
Eating barbecue.
Alright.
What's your favorite barbecue side dish?
Baked beans, obviously.
Ooh. With or without meat?
It's a good question. I think it has to be like cooked with bacon, but I don't really need the bacon in there.
Jordan, how about you?
What?
Favorite side dish?
With barbecue?
With barbecue.
Barbecue side dish.
Oh man. Probably coleslaw, but only if it's creamy.
Yeah.
Because oil and vinegar coleslaw is trash.
Yeah.
But creamy coleslaw, when made well, is the bomb, and it's light and refreshing compared to like heavy saucy barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to Freddy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had I don't know. I hate coleslaw for some reason.
Ugh. It's all about finding the right coleslaw. All right, we've got somebody to rate here for you all. Sniffle, sniffle. Why is something so mean to us?
It's
Dark Citadel, it's because you win all of our games.
true. I'm gonna flip the table.
All right, we will see you all soon. We've got somebody to send you to go say hi to. It's Anetic TV. They're playing the Dark Souls board game, which is awesome because that was like a huge thing on Kickstarter, and I've been wanting to play it or see it played.
The winner dies the most times.
Yeah, right. So go check them out. Say hi. Let them know where you came from. Exclamation point raid or exclamation point sub raid in chat, so you can get our raid message. And we will see you all very soon on Saturday night. Watch us. Check on Twitter. Find out where to find us. We'll see you all soon.
All right. Later.